is the only reason why I'm on tonight. That's what I'm waiting for. Because it's one night in the UK right now.
Everyone in UK is like a vampire. You guys don't sleep. I have no sympathy. Just kidding. But I do have a few friends. I have quite a few friends in the UK, and I feel bad for you guys because a lot of times it seems like a lot of times you have to like bend to an American schedule rather than like us bending to you. Like you never see an American just like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. so that I can get into this chat. But you guys do it all the time.
They're already awake, so all they have to do is just stay up. You have to get up. That's the problem.
That's funny. Yeah.
So, anyways, if you don't want to change the subject, that's fine.
Well, you can change the subject if you want.
No, I can't. Not anymore. You have to change.
Can't do that anymore?
Oh, really? They took that away?
Yep, they took that away. Only the moderator can change it now.
Oh, yucky. Okay, so then tell me how I do it.
Okay, you do it like this. Topic. And then, like that.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to go topic. And then do I do space?
Space, and then you would do
oh, thanks, boss.
topic, and then how to address BLAB's churn rate. Or how the community can address BLAB's churn rate.
You're so provocative, Shelton.
I am. I'm a provocative. I know how to stir shit up.
I have nothing on that. I got nothing, man.
You are so provocative.
Turning
I know the buzzwords. I know what to get people's attention. Community.
Get BLAB's attention.
That.
I never do anything.
So it should be BLAB community my ass or something like that.
Let me stick this link.
That's a little catchier.
Let me stick this link in here so that for the uninitiated, they know what it means.
Turning the no. You have to.
Actually, yeah, let's
you have to put community. You have to put.
That's funny.
BLAB community churn rate.
What does that mean in America?
I like that.
Churning the butter.
What with that one, man?
Exactly. No one knows, and so maybe it's a hook, and it'll bring them in. Like,
okay, whatever.
What is that
even
mean?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've taken my I've turned my video off, by the way, just because there's obviously bandwidth issues tonight. So hopefully it will.
I'm going to go with my buddy.
So go on then, Shelton. What's your issue with BLAB's churn rate? Come on then.
Okay, now we should get some people in here. Okay, my issue is I don't know. I don't know what the problem is because I find it very addictive, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why there is a churn rate. Like why would anybody leave? It's so addictive.
Well, and also like what does it hurt? Like you just come in here, it doesn't hurt nothing.
No, but the thing is this. Okay, so let me give my 2 penneth worth here.
Well, somebody brought up a good point. Is it just Eric that you know about, or are there?
Eric is endemic. Eric, I've heard. I mean, there are lots of people that have come and gone.
Yeah, but I think that there might be a good reason for that. Because what I would like to know is those stats that someone put up the other day on your lab, and they were unofficial stats that just he comes in every day and counts up. Well, he ain't on this thing 24/7, so they can't be that accurate. But the one problem with the platform, particularly for new people, so we don't have a problem coming on camera. We don't have a problem. Making a fool of ourselves by saying something stupid. We come on here and we're comfortable with ourselves on it. But I think that the vast majority of the people that come onto this platform, I would imagine, are viewers rather than blabbers, so to speak.
I would agree with that.
So a bit like Twitter. If you look
I could see after your first experience, if it wasn't optimal, that you might not come back for a while.
For instance, tonight
I get that.
tonight, other than this blab, there's not a damn thing I want to do on this service right now, because all like
Sheldon. Now, hold on, Sheldon. Now we know I've seen a couple of your other blabs, so I know there's some other stuff.
I'm saying tonight.
All right, okay. I'm just saying, like, you made some promises, bro. So come on, man. Like,
Yeah, look at
stuff you should be doing. So
yeah, there is stuff I should be doing. I made some promises, and there's some stuff I should be doing, but am I doing it? That's an example of why is there any turn rate?
I shouldn't be witness to this then, man, because now I feel like I'm a party to what you're doing, and I can't lie.
Yeah, you're an enabler.
We have a
here, Sheldon, have another drink.
We have a question about their town hall tonight. Could someone who knows the deets, like, just throw that into the comments?
I think it's at 8 o'clock tonight.
It's in about an hour and a quarter.
Oh, thank you. That's helpful. Because we're all operating at different time zones.
It's in about an hour and 15 minutes from now. Well, that's when it's scheduled for, anyway. But the thing is that Twitter has a similar problem. Although I say similar, not entirely. Let me explain. Basically, Twitter. Most people that are on Twitter don't tweet. They're listeners rather than tweeters. Okay, and I think the vast majority of the people that use this platform are the same. Okay, now that's fine.
It's not a bad thing.
I don't see that as being a problem at all. Don't see that as being a problem at all. But I think that Shelton, as far as churn rate is concerned, I think that the churn is more likely to be people who come onto the platform for the first time. They may spend a day or two on it trying to figure it all out. They may have listened to one or two compelling blabs, but then realise that the vast majority of the blabs are fucking marketing evangelists, right? And they get a bit bored of that. So that is probably where the churn is. But that is actually not a bad thing, because the more people that join Blab, there'll be more different types of blabs. Like I say, they seem to be heavily skewed or dominated by marketing evangelists, thought leaders, and that type of who are trying
self-proclaimed thought leaders.
Yeah, who are trying to sort of build a massive following because they're early adopters, and it's a good way to leverage, a following. Because they hope their brands will ride on the back of them and sponsor them and all that sort of stuff. And I think that people see through that and probably get a little bit bored of it. Actually, one of the most compelling blabs I've been on was about Blab, and that was the one you held the other night, Sheldon.
Yeah, thank you very much for being very kind. That one was totally unplanned and just happened to work out really well.
That's the best. That's like what we're saying, right? Spontaneity.
I'll tell you another good one. A really good one. If you guys want to watch, this is probably already on your radar. But I've always said since I've been on this platform that I think it won't be long before we've got YouTube stars. It won't be long before we have Blab stars. Okay, there'll be some people that will emerge on this platform that will blow everyone's minds. Okay, and actually, there's one Blab that I particularly enjoy, and I think they have the potential to become very, very big, and that's the tech Blab.
I agree. They definitely could be huge.
Yeah. I think certainly in that sector anyway.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's Saba and Soul, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
Really?
So, we're a few people are asking for the link. I'd love that too. So, if you have it, just throw it in.
Not Soul. That's not the one I'm talking about.
I thought Soul was part. I thought Soul and Saba had a tech lab together.
Hired.
Who was the other one? Saba. Yeah, Saba. That's it. I didn't know Soul was a part of that.
Because I thought they were co-hosts. I thought they were ran it together.
I didn't know that. But the one I watched last week was superb, and Soul wasn't on that one.
Okay, maybe it's a Saba thing, and then Soul is just occasional. Maybe
he's a guest on it or something. But it was really enjoyable.
I've seen that. Okay, now it's ringing a bell. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Really, really good, and they've got a really good chemistry.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
goodness.
the
I'm
thing
sorry.
about- the
Oh
reason why he's
yeah,
good-
Elise
the reason why
is
he's
just
good
a
is
shock
because
jock.
he's already made a fortune in the tech industry, so he gives you that insider's look, that point of view.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
What's that?
He knows what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
absolutely, yeah. He's coming from a whole different point of view. So that he actually, yeah. But from what I can tell, what's going to happen is you're going to have people who already have large audiences that decide decide to leverage their audience on Blab. Some of the guys some people I don't even know who they are, but yeah, from a numbers perspective, I mean the largest number of people in a Blab have been, I can tell they, whether it's the Spice an Hour or whatever, they're bringing people from other.
Of course they are.
YouTube,
Well, they've already got
Periscope.
They've already got big followings.
They're following them here. They're following them onto Blab. They're not creating new audiences on Blab. I mean, if they are, it's maybe 1% or 2% of new followers. But for the most part, they're coming from
There's
other
one
platforms.
There's one or two who are creating their own audiences on Blab, like Robert Stern. He's doing quite well on it. But you're right. I think that there's a lot of people who have very successful YouTube channels, and as a consequence, have a large following on Twitter. So all they need to do is put out a tweet to say, "Oh, I'm doing this Blab," and people will watch it.
The thing is, I haven't really noticed that. Like, I haven't really noticed a lot of people leveraging their brand to bring people over to.
No, you're right.
Blab.
I'm just saying the ones that I've seen that have maybe 80 to 100 people on their Blab. I mean, like Grant Cardone,
which is a lot. Which is a lot.
Like Spice, and like these are they're bringing their folks from other platforms. They're not. It's not like they started a Blab here, and now they've got 100. I mean, I've got roughly 100 followers. I mean, I think the most I've ever seen is maybe 300.
I call myself a G+ snail. I carry my Google+. I'm a back everywhere I go. And that's how I had, I came in here and I already had followers, and I didn't even know how that even happened, I guess. But it might be because through Twitter. I don't know. I've been wondering about that. And it's probably a really, really sophomore question. But do you automatically have followers because they follow you on Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think everybody you get here, they decided to follow you.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I just answer Fly Wonder, because he makes
please.
I don't know, makes a very very good point. She said he or she disagrees. If you have a large audience, then you actually don't need to Blab. Blab is being used for people to build their audience. YouTubers actually have a different time transitioning because they deal with post video, not live video, and that's actually very true. However, I have seen evidence of very well-known podcasters, particularly tech podcasters, who are using Blab to augment what they already do. So, where they may make a recorded show, they're also using it to, and I've seen that a couple of times. Some very, very successful podcasters are using it in that way.
I saw something with Mark Schaefer. It was September 17th or something, but I saw it just last night. And I was actually impressed. I've been a subscriber to his blog, I've been aware of him. And then I got to see him in a Blab, and it was there was this whole other level of transparency, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was really neat. And last week, okay, so I'm going to say something about my friend Jen, and I don't know if I even said that right, but I totally geeked out because I got to jump into a Blab with some Evernote people, and that was the most awesome thing that I could have possibly even consider having done. That was just so epic to me, and I bragged about it to my family, and it was really awesome. So there's definitely that level of being able to reach people in a different way when you are a web dev or something like that. When you have an application and people can clue into you, it is so awesome. I don't know, how did you feel about that, Ken? When you have a user come in and I just was so geeked out about Evernote, and here you are promoting it. I don't know. I would just think that if I were in the opposite seat, that I would think that was awesome to just be able to talk to people that are actually into the product.
Is that person still in the comments there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to give up my seat and they can come in?
Oh, can I give up my seat without?
No, if you want to, you can.
Actually, you can't. Well, yeah, you can't leave though.
Yeah, don't leave. You're
Don't leave.
You're contributing too much to the conversation.
Yeah, let me come out. Let me go out, Kristen. And that's assuming that person wants to come in.
Well, my TTL is almost over.
Oh, you
so.
said don't leave. Wait,
Me?
are you talking to me or to? Oh, I'd love to. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Paula. It was really cool meeting you. Hope to meet you again.
Okay, next person.
Who's next?
Guys, I want to give you guys props up. You guys have a really awesome blab here, and like from a quality standpoint, this is great. And the kinds of interactions that you guys have, it's humorous and it's kind of like jumping around, something that's real, and it's very different from the other blabs that I've been hopping around on. And Kristen, it's really great to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Okay, so say your name so that I can know that I'm saying it right.
It's Chinarut.
Chinarut. Okay. Thank you.
So I mean, you were asking. I mean, I created that Evernote blab. With another Evernote consultant colleague of mine, and it was completely on the fly. And I was concerned at first whether it would be seen as promotion. And when you came on, Kristen, it was really clear that what was entertaining about the blab was hearing your Evernote story and like what it's done for your life. And that's far, far more important than anything that Evernote could actually say as a company. And I don't work for Evernote. I'm just an independent consultant, that is able to do consulting in Evernote. And you're like the reason, like this must have been why I became an Evernote consultant, is to hear stories like yours.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
That is really, really cool. Thank you so much.
Man, you're welcome.
Well,
so how can I add?
Guys, you have to explain what is Evernote and why should I care?
oh my goodness.
You know what Evernote is?
Well, Kristen's fingers are like great. She's got the Evernote for family.
It sounds like an Amway product.
No. Well, you know what? See, Sheldon, you're telling on yourself because you're kind of telling everybody you're not very productive.
I didn't say I was productive.
And then once they explain what Evernote is, then you're going to feel really bad about yourself.
No, I know what Evernote is. I'm being a bit facetious.
Okay.
Evernote is some nerdy way of like managing your time or something, right?
Evernote is my life. It really, well, it gives you sanity.
Apparently Kristen would be like completely insane without it. Apparently.
Completely. Yeah, I've got 6 kids and a mom who depends on me to like take care of her and all her appointments and everything. And I'm like divorced and I use Evernote, like shared notebooks, in order to bring us all together. We can, if there's information that needs to be shared, just throw it in, scan it in. And what I really want an Evernote printer. If there's anything that can be done about that, or if anyone wants to sponsor me, I will totally be a poster child for Evernote printer as well. But aside from Evernote printer,
what would an Evernote printer be? What would an Evernote printer be?
Oh, there's actually a real Evernote. So you can like scan in like a piece of paper. You can just like throw it like a kid's child, or like one of my kids' art projects. It goes right into the appropriate notebook. Same thing with Moleskin. Like their notebooks are awesome. Like it just tags it in the right notebook that you want. It gives it a nice little sticker. I don't have one myself, so I only dream about it. But can you talk a little bit more about it, anyone?
I mean, I think the great thing, Kristen, is you're using Evernote in a way to almost like track your children, track your family. Mm-hmm. And that's just really cool. I mentioned I had a friend.
Oh, and
I had a friend that
Kristen,
really.
this is the point where we probably need to change the subject because people will
I
be
know. I
like,
was thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, this is.
why
this is
are we talking about Evernote? So I would say topic / topic
right?
Evernote is cool, or Evernote changed my life, or buy Amway and use
Evernote
Evernote
for
or
everyone.
organize it or something.
Oh, B domain hosting. I think it's happening right now. It sounds like we're changing the topic to Evernote.
Oh my. Okay, so domain hosting.
Are we? I mean, guys.
I think Evernote is what you guys want to talk about. So talk about Evernote.
I want to talk about anything that promotes productivity.
Okay, change the title to about Evernote, or like how Evernote changed. You two can have
just Evernote for everyone.
By Evernote.
Evernote for everyone. That's
Evernote for everyone.
Well, Evernote for family. I mean, that's definitely who you are, Kristen. There's no doubt about it.
Oh,
Yes, Evernote groupie.
Evernote for groupies, man.
Evernote for groupies. Yeah,
oh my goodness.
oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't know if I have any more Evernote content here, but I'm just really inspired by your story, Kristen, and it was so inspiring. I talked to my best childhood friend last night, and I shared about your story, Kristen.
Oh wow! What an honor.
He's in a very similar situation to you, and he said, "Oh my God, I can totally relate to that because he's got kids." He shared his story of not being able to track his kids because he's separated too. So he says yes, his kids like went out on a Saturday, and he like tried to call his ex-wife, and like she wouldn't like answer, and like didn't even know what was going on with his own kids. And she was able to call back 2 hours later, but he could see like if Evernote like if his ex-wife like scanned in like some flyer to some Saturday night school event, right, he'd know where they were.
Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. You can have a whole notebook just on, like, I've got 6 of them, so I can have a Courtney notebook. I can have a Travis notebook. Like Lalani, Gavin, Scarlett, Dallin. We can just have a notebook on each child, and it demystifies everything. It declutters having to follow everywhere, like a Facebook. Like you don't necessarily want to be putting out all this information about your kids, and like so I'm really protective, and a lot of I've gotten some criticism like, if you're such a mother, like how come you don't have more kid pictures? And I'm like, well, it's kind of my choice to not do that. I do every once in a while, but I don't want to throw them out there. Like they're little people, and they're gonna be big people someday, and I don't want to have taken away all of their privacy. So I just focus on like, major events. But, like it consolidates things in a private way with the people that really matter.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a good question
That's
over there
true.
from domain hosting.
Thank you. Can I store notebooks in the cloud, Amazon or Google? Well, Evernote is pretty much the cloud, right?
I mean, you can export your notebooks and like just stick them in Google and Amazon if you wanted to, but it'd be very static. It wouldn't be a live notebook like it is in Evernote.
I use IQ, I believe it's IQ Cloud, and it connects my Dropbox, G Drive. What was that?
Let me stop my phone from
Okay.
here.
You can use Evernote to schedule your appointments, so you wouldn't have telephone calls during your blabs.
Oh, yeah.
You do have that on
I do use Evernote as a gigantic tickler, a gigantic digital tickler. It's the best thing since.
Digital tickler.
Digital tickler. Oh my goodness.
Well, all right, you guys can read into that all you want. But yeah.
What are you scheduling with your Evernote? Good Lord.
What's in your notebook?
I mean, just think about anything that comes into your life. If it has any significance, it probably belongs in your calendar somehow. So you put a reminder on it, and then when you connect it with something like sunrise, it actually shows up in your calendar.
Sunrise is beautiful too.
Oh, what was that again?
I thought you said tickler. I'm like, what?
I did say tickler.
Tickler? What the bleep was it?
Yeah. That's a term that I learned from David Allen. It's in his book.
I would say other words, but this is a family show, and I don't want to shock Kristen.
Don't do it.
All right, yeah,
Don't do it.
there are those kind of ticklers too. I understand.
Yes, and I was like, what? Only tickler I know is something different.
Okay, so another question.
Yeah, how many times do I get reminders? I mean, a few times a day. It's nice because when you do the tickler method, you start realizing what your pipeline looks like, and so you
guys
make
are
sure
all these phrases that are like obviously code words, ticklers and
Pipeline.
other stuff. What was the other one?
Maybe the topic of this blab is about ticklers.
If you do that,
Maybe that will
then
be-
lots of people will come in.
It is. Well, we all are groupies, so I mean, I guess you know.
I'm not an Evernote group.
I know you're on screen. You're a groupie.
You're a tickler groupie.
I'm a
Yeah,
tickler,
you're on the
I'm a
record.
tickler groupie. I may be a tickler groupie, but
Tickler groupie. Okay, so
Evernote tickler groupie.
Do you think we can break the record for the most topic changes?
No, I've done that. I've trolled my own blab before.
Isn't that great?
What is the longest blab to date? Does anybody
I think
know?
72 hours.
I think
72
it's 48 hours.
36 hours. I knew there was a 36-hour one.
I think there was a 48-hour blab too.
Where am I getting
Wow.
this 72-hour one?
And was that that had to have the same host the entire time, right? And people just
I don't know. I didn't participate. I just saw the title, 48-hour blab. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's a good
You
question.
said,
Are you cheating if you
asked
came
about the
host?
plugin that you use to link your drive. Are we talking about Evernote? We were talking about using Sunrise to get your reminders to show up on your calendar.
What?
Sunrise is a calendar application.
Yeah, it's a calendar aggregator.
Okay,
it's
guys,
really amazing.
If you please, all I ask is explain your terms so that I understand
What,
what's
you
going
didn't
on.
know about Sunrise?
Well,
That's all I ask. Just
tell
explain
on
your
yourself,
terms.
man. Be quiet. Don't say anything. Just act like you know.
No, I love it because then we can like make.
Just roll
I'm
with
gonna
it,
go
man.
over this
You look
afterwards.
a lot smarter if you do that.
I'm gonna go over this afterwards with a
I mean,
fine-tooth comb,
unfortunately,
and I'm gonna pick out
Microsoft
all the
bought
terms
Sunrise,
and all the
I'm
questions.
wondering about it here. I hope they're treating the Sunrise folks okay.
Every question you have,
Good.
Sheldon, I'm going to make something out of it. I'm gonna like make a Excel spreadsheet or something, and like put out terms, and that's gonna be like my blogging schedule for the next year. So go ahead, ask.
It'll be your blab topic role.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Sunrise is pretty cool. Hey, is Veron? Veron?
Yeah, we have another Sunrise fan in our chat. Hi, Veron.
Oh, and Paul says Sunrise superb app. It's really pretty. Like there's a lot of calendar applications out there, but Sunrise just tends to be like one of the more prettier interfaces, I think.
It's prettier and it's solid and it's a channel driven app just like Slack.
Yeah.
So
Slack.
you can subscribe to your meetups, you can subscribe to your asana, your tasks, wherever. I mean, it used to be so scattered before in terms of where all your events and tasks, in terms of like 5 billion sites. And it's nice to literally have a calendar app that has it all on the same place.
Oh, that is so cool. So domain hosting, I don't know what your first name is. I haven't got
I think it's Sunrise AM. Let me try to open it here. I think.
But he's ready to collaborate on the Evernote event.
Oh, okay. All right. If we can create I guess this is the Evernote blab at the moment. But
I didn't mean to turn it into that.
I love you to be on it, Kristen.
Oh, Guy, I
maybe
didn't realize that. Guy, you have two domains, two user IDs. All right, I know, Guy. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, someone today. Okay, so I just have to mention this because like it's really obvious, but I didn't like get it until I didn't think about it until someone said it today in another blog that if you have another Twitter account, you can use that other Twitter account to fill up one of these squares here and do like post things there. So it's
yeah, that's what people use it for.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I'm behind the times, but appreciative.
Wait, I missed something here. So if you have,
I think
you have
Guy
multiple
should
Twitter-
jump in. I will leave and let Guy jump in because he knows what the heck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
hop out too.
Thank you so much for coming. Mwah.
All right, boss. I love his name.
I know.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Guy. Like Shelton does,
Guy?
I've talked to Shelton many times because he does a morning show that I don't know, become addicted to. But I've not met fan people of Evernote, which I think of myself as one. But I'm kind of like the village idiot. Okay, like I've got to log in. I've got all these notebooks. I know I can share notebooks to other people, to clients. But I'm kind of like, I haven't got a real big posse of people that I share with because I've never met anybody like you that just goes, oh, yeah, Evernote, it's great. I use it all the time.
Like my lifeblood.
I get people that are
I
going,
would die without it.
do I really have to log into this? Yeah, you really do. This is where we're going to talk about whatever we're going to talk about. And
I force it on everyone I possibly can.
I think it's just, I think that the average Joe user, the Sheltons of the world, I'm going to call him out. The Sheltons of the world, once they'd experienced Evernote and realized its potential, I don't need to wear my hat. I just got back from going to town. I just realized, oh, God, that's just like my hat. Wait a minute, that's me. So if we could get something that's just like taking a person by the hand that's never done it and say, this is why we think Evernote is so cool, why it would work for you in managing your life events. Maybe you're not a web developer. Maybe you're not building apps. Maybe you're just some guy. Okay,
It's like me.
Or
I'm just
some
a mom.
girl. Well, you have to be a girl, okay? I'm sorry. It's just anyway. Take them to that level where, because what you just said a minute ago about taking your kid's artwork and scanning it and putting it up in the Evernote notebook.
Yeah,
I used
cool.
to have
I
I had a client. They had twin grandsons in Texas, and their mother would dress them up in, like Dallas cowboy uniforms or whatever every weekend and take a picture to email to Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh.
Well, one weekend she forgot. Oh my God. It was big panic. It was like, well, your mail server must be down. I said, why do you say that, Bob? Well, we didn't get no pictures of the grandkids. I called the mom in Texas, long distance, and said, get a picture up there. Bob and Maria are freaking out. She never missed again. It was like, I don't know if she used Evernote or whatever tickler she had for a reminder, put the kids' pictures in the mail. And they're both passed away now. They were in their 80s back then. But they were I guess you'd say pioneers. They were doing e-commerce. Bob was a nutritionist. Saved my life once. He came in my office. My office used to be in the building in the backyard, a little 12 by 16 building, and I was drinking a Diet Coke. No biggie. Everybody drinks Diet Coke, right? Bob.
My mom drinks a lot of it.
Bob freaked out. He gave me the sermon. He says, when they made Diet Pepsi, they put aspartame in it. And I looked on the ingredients on the can. Yeah, aspartame. So that's what makes it sweet. Yeah. And then he explained to me that when the Food and Drug, you want to take this to your friends, China Red. When the Food and Drug Administration legalized aspartame, they had more complaints from everybody than anything they've ever legalized before, ever.
And that was because why?
Because it does so many bad things to you. There's so many side effects attributed to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to have something bad, load up on aspartame. You'll have fun.
Well, anything that the body doesn't
But anyway,
know
that's
how
not
to
Evernote.
process.
That's not Evernote. Let's stay on the task.
Okay, I was a
Evernote
nutrition major, so I could go up on this too.
Then
Evernote could be bad for you too. You could definitely abuse your use of Evernote in ways where you could be anti-productive.
Well, yeah, that's why when I asked the question, how much time to get a day, when you set up, like how grain of sand on the beach do you get with reminders? Like I got to water the plants,
that
kind of stuff. Or do you just do, I'm going to be a speaker in Seattle on the 15th. Don't forget to make plane reservations the night before or whatever. That's that's how I would look at the reminders. Like I have reminders because of this white hair. I forget stuff. I'll walk into a room. Why did I go in here? I don't know. Just like a minute ago when I take my hat off, I forgot to even take it off. So using Evernote in that regard, I use my calendar now because I can go from Gmail and make a Gmail a task. So if the national program director for Route 6, it's a big website. Anyway, if he says, I need you to call me on blah, 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 whatever, like I'm trying to convince him to quit. He's hosting with Microsoft and he's paying $40 a month. I said, there's a better way. So I'm getting weaned off of where he's at and getting him into the WordPress environment. I show up. It's pretty easy.
Like WordPress.com or WordPress?
WordPress.org. Because he's gonna have to do .org and have a hosted WordPress. Say again, Kristen.
If he's like a blogger and an Evernote user, we should get him into Pistachio.
He's barely a user.
Oh.
He can do email. He can favorite Facebook and like stuff on Facebook. I showed him once. I showed him on WordPress because I didn't want to get him overloaded with all the stuff like functions and so forth. I just showed him the basic. If you're an editor, you can log in and add content. And if you want to add media, you go to the button that says add media and you can upload the picture from your computer or you take one of the pictures that's in the media library and do it, right? He forgot it all. He's older than I am. And he didn't get it. We lost Kristen.
I think we did. Okay.
Well, she's got a bandwidth issue. She'll come right back and she'll be in here because she was the host once. She'll always be the host. I had that happen to me yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay. So even if she comes back on,
if she comes back on with the same Twitter handle,
it will preserve the host status.
Yeah, because we're keeping this node or whatever you want to call it open on the server, identified as Evernote Groupie, which was the host name she gave to the BLAB, so it should be coming right back in.
Okay, I'm curious if does the URL change when you change the topic?
No, the URL is still going to say blab.im Kristen Drysdale BLAB community churn rate.
Oh wait, that's what you see. I actually see story.
I'll put it in text. This is what my address bar says right now.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like you can basically put the current title topic, and it will still lead here. It seems like multiple topics can lead here. Yeah,
see, there's what mine says, and that's in the address bar.
I came in when it was this. Let's see. So this is the first time I've ever joined a BLAB that has changed topic 3 times. Looks like Kristen's on her way back.
I didn't hear long before I did that.
Yay!
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
Were your ears burning?
All right.
No.
Oh, good. Then you can keep your headphones on.
What did I miss?
Oh, we were just talking about the fact that if you as the host leave a BLAB, so like either to give up your seat to sit and chat and just listen because you got 4 brainiacs here, which I'm not one of, but anyway.
I considered it a few times.
You can do that. You can do that, but you have to really pay attention because then if myself or China wants to go into one of the open seats and you're not looking, it's really
I'm trying to get the person who called. This is an experiment. I'm trying to get the person who's calling me to show up in that open seat.
Ooh, how do you do that?
You know their Twitter handle?
Well, I mean, I'm just texting her. I texted her the URL.
Send her a direct message
on Twitter. She's never used BLAB.
Yeah. If you just send her a direct message in Twitter, she should be able to just click on it and pop right in.
It's a bit of an experiment because 4 to 5 o'clock is usually my office hour and when I take incoming calls. And
so you're on
what a better place to have taken incoming calls than here, you know?
Oh, God forbid. We're in the same time zone then. You're on the best coast.
Yeah, I'm in Pacific. Yeah, 4 to 5 o'clock.
Where are you at?
Are you too, Kristen?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Well, close enough. You're only like 1 state away from the best coast. That's close.
Where are you guys?
I'm an hour west of Seattle on what's called the Olympic Peninsula.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm in between LA and San Diego. Where are you again, Kristen?
Arizona. I grew up in
Well,
Oceanside, though.
just right down. Just jump on Highway 10 in Phoenix and go west, and you'll go right to his house. It's right in front of his house. Just pull over and park, and there you are. So anyway, to collaborate, we might want to look at YouTube and find outlines or guidance there in form of the structure, what the tree needs to be. Like the first step should be this. Maybe it's not the first step. Maybe we think the first step should be really set up your Gmail account so everybody has the same login, or whatever we think, because we've got experience using Evernote and we find what works the best.
Well, we can use our Evernote email address, right?
Right. I was saying to Chime right in the chat. I think it got missed, but I said we really need to start up a notebook and just make it
I saw that.
a blab about Evernote notebook. Share it between the three of us and whoever else wants to brainstorm in it, and just start piling in the information, and then whittle that lump of clay into the flower pot.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Like I was reading about it, and like there's like articles out there like Evernote's on its way out, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
There's even this one where it's like an elephant like on its side, like it's laying down, but it looks like it's supposed to be dead. And I'm like, I so want to say F you.
It's what people are used to is their comfort level. I've got a guy that I know from Tennessee, and he swears by OneNote from Google. He says, "Oh no, Evernote's got too much stuff in it. I just like OneNote."
OneNote
because
from Google,
that's
or OneNote is that?
Yeah, OneNote from Google.
I thought that was Microsoft.
No. OneNote is Microsoft.
Oh, okay. What's the Google one called?
Google is Google Keep. Which,
yeah.
Oh yeah, Google Keep. That's what
I used to use.
I'm sorry,
and
my bad.
when they moved over.
But
Yeah.
like all three of those products
But
are
anyway,
very comparable. So.
To build that outline, and so that we just have one source of files to work on instead of doing the old 1990s email stuff back and forth. That's so crazy. And that's why I'm a big fan of
this
Google
is an interesting topic in that is this Evernote notebook going to be the universe of BLAB, or is it going to be very Evernote specific, right?
Well, you're the consultant, so you should already know. Don't you think that's kind of a silly question? Christian, this guy down here, am I pointing the right way? This guy down here, whichever way he is, yeah, that guy, he's supposed to be the guru. I mean, I have an opinion. He's asking me what the name of the freaking notebook's supposed to be.
You're absolutely right. I have an opinion, but I do realize there is a choice at stake.
Well, we've kind of we sort of
guys
passed you the torch, California, to be the guru on this subject. So get to making the notebook, fella. Gosh.
Okay. Let's put it this way: an Evernote notebook for Evernote, BLAB, very Evernote specific, exists. So I think it would make sense between the three of us to create maybe a broader one, so that we could actually include other things like OneNote or any things that we discuss here, right?
Well,
and that would be.
I would think of OneNote maybe as being one of the questions that gets asked by the user. Maybe they got exposed in their office environment to OneNote. They're going to say, well, why should I use Evernote at home? Because at work I use OneNote, and everybody at work says it's really good. You know what I mean?
Okay. I mean,
to give people the new habit, you got to make the carrot in front of the horse to make them go to the water and drink the Evernote water instead of what they're used to. Because look how long it took you. Now, you've had somebody in your life that was, don't tell them, an AOL user. Remember how long it took you to get them off of AOL and show them there's a real internet and there's an AOL internet. I've got a client that's an AOL fanboy, and he's older than me. He's set in his ways. He's not going to change. But that's
AOL
what you
has
run
done
into.
some new things. Like I know that I was late to the game and all, but I actually joined AOL like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know you could still register.
Yeah, there's like new stuff. Like they're doing some.
You didn't get a disc in the mail, did you?
No.
Okay. Because back in one of the big things back in the 90s is you go into your chat room, because there was no pictures, no video conferences, everybody was typing. And you'd say, what's the 101 uses for the AOL disk besides being an AOL disk? So people were doing stuff like, well, I hang mine on fishing line as a reflective surface in my garden to scare the birds away. things like that. I mean, just that was my favorite. That's why I probably remember it the most.
It's like found art.
Yeah. Making sculptures, they can glue them together. Oh yeah, it's just the mind went on and on and on. And whoever had the oldest AOL disk, you know, like I've got the AOL disk from 1995. Oh wow, that's really an old one. I mean, AOL disks have been around since Windows for Workgroups. Okay, I was there.
You could like put them all on your roof and like make a solar panel.
China Rut, is your first name hard to say? And that's
it's actually, yeah, it's Chinnaret.
Oh, Chinnaret. Okay.
Yes.
So forget China. Chinna.
Yeah.
What's your real name? Glenn or Bob or what's your mom call you? And don't say Chinnaret because she doesn't.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, she doesn't call me by Chinnaret. It's funny. It's funny how I actually don't know. I mean, my Thai nickname is just A.
A?
Yeah. Well, it's got an intonation on it.
I think Chinnaret's going to be your name then. Fine.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
I have people who call me Chin, for short.
And Kristen, if I forget and call you Krista, it's because I have a niece by that name. I have a niece named Krista that's right down the road in Lakewood. And that's part of Tacoma, right below Seattle. So if I oops and call her, and she's got kids too, so.
Well, I fortunately have a solid enough self-esteem that I'm okay with whatever you call me. So
just so it's not late for dinner, right? But anyway, what do you think about that, Jen? Is if we make the guideline be a YouTube how-to, maybe find the top 5 favorite, most popular Evernote videos. How do you use Evernote? And then take the pearls out of those 5 oysters and merge them into one presentation so that we have an outline, a spreadsheet, if you will, so we can say, well, Kristen's talking about item number 2. So the next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to lead the people following the BLAB into item number 3, et cetera, et cetera. Like a playbook, if you will.
You're saying a series of blabs that would be...
No, I'm saying one blab that's got its stuff together, not just, hey, let's meet up tomorrow and talk about Evernote. We don't know what we're going to say, what's going to come out of our mouth.
We just started last Thursday, so okay. Anything you guys want.
Because the people that are the heavy hitters, the people that have the 100 people watching the blab, they're scheduling their blabs in Twitter. They're telling their posse in Twitter, hey, on the 7th of October, we're going to talk with longtime Evernote users Kristen Drysdale and Shanna Rutt. God, I'm in trouble with that.
A?
See, you can't say A because that's what Canadians.
I have to admit that I don't really usually see foreigners actually call me A.
Okay. So anyway, the Canadians, that's what they say in British Columbia. I would honor what Kristen did request at the end of the last show, which is she really is a call out there for you Evernote users to share your stories.
Yeah,
right. And then you can build the outline and answer
really inspiring stories of how you used Evernote, like Kristen has with her family, in ways that all of us had just never dreamed you could do.
Oh yeah, summarize. Exactly. And those things could all go into that same notebook that you create, Chinnaret. As guidelines and best practices. Like I was challenged with this and I met that.
Oh, so whenever Evernote user stories notebook, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think that's exactly it. Evernote
because you're going to get frequently asked questions as a result. Once you get 4 people ask the same question, like what is too many notebooks to have? Can I realistically manage 20 notebooks? Or will my brain overload and I won't remember what they all are?
Yeah, and then you have your sub notebooks.
Kristen might come and say, instead of having a separate notebook for each child, you have one notebook that's called Kids, and you put everything in there. And then if it's Matthew's stuff or Larry's stuff or Thomas's stuff or whoever, you have maybe a sub notebook of that individual's under that umbrella. Because that's what I found myself doing as I was trying to put everything into too specific of a thing. And I finally changed and say, no, these are web updates, or these are POBSA, which is Port Orchard Bay Street Association. That's the short name for it. But that's where I live. It's a place called
I should probably share what happened to me. I've been using, Evernote for so long that I started to realize that I hardly, I mean, I still use notebooks, but I don't nearly file notes into specific notebooks as I used to.
Yeah.
I found that it was really time consuming, and it was just easier to just stuff it all into one notebook and just do a big search, And
yes, that's all you have to do.
Well, I like notebooks because I have clients. And
I'm not saying that. I don't want to kill the.
I don't want you. For whatever reason, I might not want you to know what Kristen's web project notes are. Like maybe she's going to have a new app come out or something, and so for reasons of confidentiality, you have to have notebooks. You can't just put it in one big.
Right. Just from a personal standpoint.
Yeah, for personal stuff, like I think Ira Cook's notebook is probably the biggest one in the array of notebooks.
But then at that same point, like you can just throw everything in and say like you don't like say maybe like I'll just use myself as an example. I'm a baby SEO and I don't necessarily know what I'm collecting, like what is going to be effective or useful for someone down the road. And down the road, I might find that I want to share certain things. And so I can go in and topically do a search. And then all of those will come in to one feed. And then I can ask Evernote to put that into a notebook. Done.
So you can take every note that has the word vDomain hosting in it. A little shameless plug there. Every note that has that in it somewhere in the content and pull those all into one notebook called vDomain hosting stuff or whatever. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Because then you could take like all the questions you get through the week, and if you do Evernote blabs every day, like Monday through Thursday, you could say, well, we had 15.
Guy?
No, I'm just saying what if. This is what if. Because we're collaborating.
Hey, if you guys are game, we can drive it and see what happens.
But then do a summary on Friday, just like with what Kristen just explained. Take all the notes you've got through the week that were notes from Blab talking about Evernote, and then on Friday you say, we got asked several times this question in the week, and given ourselves till Friday to come up with the best solution. We came up with this solution, and then you dot the I's and cross the T's, and there it is. Now, do you have that notebook named yet?
Do we have the notebook name?
Those California guys are too slow.
We're expecting you to multitask here. Open up.
That's right. We only see one.
Are you expecting me or a guy?
We only see your left hand on the screen, so we're expecting you to be typing one-handed with the right hand.
You're Evernote. You're supposed to be a god.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm so much in the tool that this actually is an opportunity for me to share the wisdom I have around.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be able to put great notes in there because as a consultant for Evernote.
Well, we need Brandon here. I was thinking about wrangling him in because he was taking notes on the call that the blab that you were part of, Kristen.
Yeah.
So I just don't know how to spell his last name.
But you see the thing that, like in chat, right?
Let me find out what his Twitter handle is, and let me try to wrangle him in right now.
Okay, but you see that the thing that Vernon just said is Evernote versus Google's Drive versus Dropbox. Before I had Evernote, that's how I collaborated with website owners to write up the instructions. So we're going to pick on Kristen. We're going to say Kristen's an RV dealer who set up an e-commerce site in Joomla for her business, okay? And every time she had to add trailers to the inventory in the catalog, she would call me and have me explain how to do it. And you know what? Guy has to eat and sleep. I only got so many hours a day. So I said, wouldn't it be great if we made instructions that Kristen could understand and read and do and go, oh, that's how I do that. So I went, this is before Evernote. I went into Google Docs, shared a document with Kristen, and said, okay, you write up step 1, what are you going to do? Step 2, what are you going to do? And you do it in your own language. Don't do it in the technoese you copy out of the codex, the support novel that they've written in some lab someplace. You do it in your language. So if you want to call it the big blue thing on the left, you call it the big blue thing on the left. Because I want you to be able to go back there in a month on a Sunday night with the dog in your lap, sitting in your slippers, look at those instructions, go, oh, that's how I do that. And boom, you're in, and you did it. And after we wrote those instructions, they worked. So the thing to give them is the flexibility that Evernote affords them, I think, is that they don't have to have documentation that came out of technoese land, and they can't, speak the language. They have to call it the thing on the left. They don't call it the tree structure, the content panel, all the technical words. Like Shelton was saying a while ago, you need to explain your terms. Well, not if they write their own terms. If they make up their own content in that notebook, then you can make sense of it a lot easier. When they go back and visit it a month later, then it's there. And I got to commend you. When I asked the stupid question, could you store Evernote in the cloud? You don't need to store it in the cloud, dummy. It's already in the cloud.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
See, that goes back to my Google Docs.
And just for anybody else listening, you can actually access your data offline.
Yeah, on the phone,
even desktop, and on your laptop, and then it's a feature for smartphones to be able to access stuff offline.
But I just put it in the comments, but I use Cloud HQ. I'm not an affiliate or anything. About? It's just what I use. What?
No, didn't you say something about IQ, or is that?
Yeah, I think I said it wrong. But it was Cloud HQ. Okay. I just double checked.
And that puts all of your cloud content into one control panel?
Well, it allows them all to sync. I can connect. They have like many different platforms that they connect. I use it to sync my Evernote, my Dropbox, my Google Drive. I haven't used Slack with it.
You should try Slack. Try it out. You might like it.
Yeah, well,
it might be. I was thinking it'd be neat to create a Slack instance for blabbers. Would it?
That's taking them.
Think it would be useful?
No, because I've had people call me a programmer, and I'm not a programmer. Okay.
All right.
The tech level that exists in BLAB, I don't think would handle that. That's based on my own experience. I think a lot of them are just they're Facebook surfers that are really enamored with having a video camera.
Yeah, that there is simplicity.
They don't have that level of know-how to take them to that level of.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Skills.
Slack is pretty geeky. I have to admit.
Yeah.
It's really a lot of programming.
Yeah, that's why
I would love to get on Slack because I think
Evernote
it seems really cool. I just don't have a group to get in there with.
If you want to set up a Slack instance, I'd be willing to just play in a sandbox and just see what happens.
Oh yeah, totally.
Out of their, I don't know. For Christian, I would, because it wouldn't be that much of a challenge for her. But I wouldn't do it for Shelton.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we should definitely invite, what was his name, Eric, that joined us last time. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, he's so cool.
There's an empty seat there. It'd be great to get some more input instead of lurkers.
Actually, is that the same Eric?
Yeah, Vernon, you're still here.
Okay, so someone's coming in. Let's just bring him in. Okay.
Oh, Jeremy. Okay.
I don't think I know this Jeremy.
Well, he's
a beautiful horse head.
Yeah, the big horse.
He's in. Okay,
Hi.
Jeremy Llewellyn.
Welcome.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't give me.
Wow, you're outdoors. That's really cool.
He's got the body of a horse and the shape, the head of a man.
He's even drinking from the creek.
He lives in Europe. It's got to be Europe. No, Asia. You're in Asia.
I do not live in Asia.
How are you, Jerry?
Where are you?
Hello. I'm in Dallas.
You're in Dallas.
Oh.
I didn't know Dallas could get that.
Wow, that looks really nice for Dallas. I had to.
Yeah, that's really a landscape. Are you in the Asian garden or something?
No, there's an nature preserve in North Dallas that I like to go to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's pretty country.
Nice. We're not bashing Dallas. It's just particularly nice where you are in Dallas.
So back at the ranch, as they say in Dallas, do you use Evernote, Jeremy?
I have installed it when it first came out, and then I use a text editor to do my Evernote-like things now.
Oh, interesting.
Wait,
So
you
are
said
you,
you
when you say a
text
text
editor,
editor,
and then I
there's
missed the
so
last.
many of those. Which text editor are you with?
NV Alt.
Okay.
And the text editor actually has an API into Evernote and saves all your content that way?
No, it's just flat files, but you can sync them if you'd like. But I use flat text files instead of Evernote technologies.
Oh, okay. All right, I can relate to that. I was doing that myself for a while.
Holy heck! Like Evernote.
I got to run.
Evernote itself.
All right.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in. Bye, Dallas.
Thank you so much
What were
for
you saying,
coming.
Kristen?
I just went over to his Twitter. Evernote, not Evernote at Japan follower writer guy. Like, but
What's an
Evernote
Evernote
follows
groupie?
him.
Kristen, you're gonna have to
What is an
explain.
But yeah, like the barrier to get in a conversation and out of a conversation is like ridiculous. Like
That's magic.
Offline yet? Or
I can still hear you. Can you hear him, Kristen? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is he off?
Oh,
It says,
yeah.
it says
I don't hear it now, but I was.
Wonder if we were like privy to a private conversation.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, God.
the secret files have been revealed.
Yeah, he was on the record.
But the question, Louis, do you know how to ask a question? You proceed it with a /Q and then state the question. There's a little highlight that shows up, makes it easier to spot.
It might be a little too advanced for. I'm not gonna. No judge of your level, Louis.
Yeah. If
I mean, did you find that when people do that question, I guess it helps give it some attention. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think on the mobile devices or on the iPad or something, it's harder to see the chat. That's the impression I
yeah,
get.
it is. Yeah.
I've never done Blab on anything except on the desktop. So
I tried mobile the other day because my desktop one broke down, and yeah, it's a little trickier.
So how do you do it? How do you do Evernote groupies? Well, you make it just part of what you do. It's just, it's like you always check your email, right, Louis?
I mean,
Well,
technically, Louis,
when you get something come down the pipe, when you see a website you don't want to lose track of, you slap it in Evernote. Like I might,
Shizzle, that's a new one.
Ask that to my Pajiso.
Oh wow!
Like that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Masha Shizzle.
oh, now Louis is coming in.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Louis, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, we're just a bunch of groupies.
Yes.
We're having fun.
We're just having fun.
I'm sitting in my car eating dinner, looking through
Yeah.
Blab.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, let me jump
Maybe you
in
can
here.
tell us more about what you're eating and yeah, what has you like hiding out in the car?
I'm in front of Panera. And,
Okay.
Nice.
I'm about
Nice.
to rob the place. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm eating a salad and looking at Blab and listening to Blabs and checking them out.
And we caught your
You're
attention.
wondering what a groupie
Yeah.
is.
What's an
Yeah.
Evernote group? Let me check this out.
Have you ever heard of Evernote?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know what it is. I honestly
How
just
long
saw
have
the
you been in computing?
in computing? Let's see. Many years in computing.
Okay, since '81.
Probably the 90s.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm amazed that you haven't heard the term before.
Never have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
your computer habit is just you're a hobbyist then.
No, I'm a graphic designer, so I'm a musician, so I'm always on. I'm always
Okay.
promoting my stuff.
Well,
And
when
YouTube
you schedule gigs for the music part of your life, Evernote would be your best buddy.
Really?
actually
Really?
we had a musician join our Evernote Blab the other day. He says what he does is his guitar riffs and he records it in Evernote. He puts lyrics down into the note and then he sends it to his boss. And so
Really?
it's just really easy to he has different notes
for data storage and transfer. It really rocks. It's really cool beans.
So it's
Yeah.
just Evernote.com to get it? Is that-
Yeah, just go to Evernote.com. People record all kinds of stuff in it. Anything from guitar riffs to lyrics to
Oh,
you
wait.
know,
Let me
recipes.
send you an invite. I'll get some Evernote points.
Oh,
Oh yes. Give Kristen some Evernote points.
Christian really is the true Evernote groupie because she's thinking about Evernote points. I don't even know what they are.
I want to go to the office. I want to spend it. That would
Okay.
like. I know that there's the different options. Like at the highest,
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
You get choices.
Yeah.
I
so
want to go.
probably
I wanted to go
brain
meet
stamps.
Leavin, but
Sure. Now, Louis, what I use it for myself, I've got 3 computers sitting here. I can be looking at something here, and it's, oh gosh, I got to keep track of that. I can share it into Evernote, and then I click on sync, and the other 2 computers, my phone, everything else I log into, will get a copy of it too. It's
you can
sort
have
of
Android. You can have anything, and it's
you can do it on a Chromebook.
it's non-discriminatory.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
You may have changed my life.
I think quite possibly.
Evernote changed my life.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely check it out, and I'm always looking for something to help me organize. That's for sure.
Right.
More. So
I'm
great.
excited for you.
Yeah,
We should definitely meet up like a week from now or something and see like just within a week.
I want to follow
how
Brandon.
lives changed.
Let me follow you.
Oh, Brandon made it. Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. Yeah.
Hey, let me jump out then so he can hop in. You're down
Okay.
to.
I feel like I
down
should
to,
jump out.
Well, you could.
Well, you're
Hey,
the
now, when you
host.
say,
I know.
Christian, when you say jump out, stay here as far as looking at this chat, and you can watch Brandon say whatever he's going to say. And if you don't like something he says, you still have the BFH. You know what that is? The BFH is the big frickin' hammer, so you can kick him out.
Hammer.
Yeah,
Boom.
right.
Yeah.
So if you want to try that, I'll sit right here and go ahead and hop out. Just say you're gonna leave, but don't go to another blab. Stay in this one.
Yeah.
Or you just won't be sitting there in the corner, right? That's what Shelton said a while ago, and you were going to hop out, and he says, "No, don't, because you're contributing," and you are. But just so you can experience
my Chrome browser crashed. That's when I left the last time.
I can hop out. I can listen.
No. Stay
I'm
there,
gonna go.
Luke. Stay there, Luke.
I'll
You're
be
part
back
of the
later.
experiment. You're a team player. You got a jersey and everything. It's in the mail. See, now you can still hear us, Kristen. Just type yes in chat.
Kristen's the host.
And then Brandon can take that seat. And when you see the little thing that Brandon wants to sit down, just click on it. Yeah, see, there you are. I see you.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Brandon, what's up, dude?
Nothing much. You guys are talking about Evernote?
Brandon is a Evernote business consultant, and he was the reason why we were on a blab last Thursday, and Kristen showed up sharing her amazing story, and so I just happened to notice Kristen was hosting a blab, and she started as a story bringing people plus. I guess it was kind of like you were talking about churn between platforms, and then we went to talking about blab churn, and then now we became an Evernote groupie.
And that's just a tongue-in-cheek kind of a topic, really, but I think it works because Lou wouldn't be sitting here if it didn't say Evernote group, because he said, I'm a musician. I know what a groupie is. Evernote must be a band I haven't heard of. That's got to be it.
That's
I think Louis knows what a groupie is. I don't think he knows what an Evernote groupie is.
No, but I really thought that was a group. I was like, is this a music scope?
Now, true story, Lou. True story. I'm 6'3". I used to work as a bouncer in a club, and they had live music during the World's Fair in 1974 or 72. Maybe it was 72. In Spokane, Washington, we got Bill Haley and the Comets, Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and the Comets, to come play at the club. Okay? The contract that came in that the club had to sign to make the deal said you got to provide a chauffeur and a limousine to get them from the airport to the hotel and from the hotel to the club and blah, blah, blah. We don't have anything like that. Yeah, you do. It says, give me 4 tickets, I'll get you a limo. What? You're just a bouncer. You're not even a real bouncer. You're kind of like the helper bouncer, I said, I'll handle it. First car dealer I walked into, I said, I'll give you 4 tickets to see Bill Haley in the Comets. Front row, choice seats, if I can get a car. I had a Pontiac Grand Prix in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Bill Haley says, I've been picked up in a lot of cars. But in 1972, the Grand Prix Pontiac was the bomb. I mean, we looked like thugs, okay? He says, I can't believe you got this car for me. How come it's not a 4-door sedan? He says, because I didn't want a 4-door, Bill. So the rest is history. One of my epiphany moments in life.
That's so amazing, man. I love that. I love that.
So that's why I recognize you maybe thought Evernote was a group.
You called it, man. You called it. But now I know, I got a little idea what it is. I'm going to have to, tonight, I'm going to go check it out.
Oh, yeah. For collaboration between you and the rest of the people that you play music with, it's great. All kinds
of
potential.
Because I use a lot of different tools, when we collaborate. And then, so it's always good to find other sources.
Yeah, for what you guys are doing for music, I mean, when you're writing music, collaborating on that side, if you do little soundtracks and bites, you guys are doing a riff, you can record that and share it amongst each other, and then you guys can listen and download it, put it into any of your sound system software, what you guys doing, Audacity or whatever, I don't know what you guys use for mixing. Put it in, you can kind of put it together and see how it works with someone's doing a guitar riff, someone's doing drums. You can collaborate and put it together and say, okay, you know what, this is actually it. This is the sound we're looking for, and then you can go to the recording studio already pre-knowing what you guys have done at home or in your own studios.
That's great. That's cool because for me, because I travel a lot around. I'm based out of Boston, but I travel a lot around the country, and I do a lot of songwriting for people. So it's I do collaborate with people over in California a lot. And
so then what you do, Lou? Like you're writing a song for me, right? And you want to have me look at the blah 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 and see if I like the lyrics. So you simply put it into an Evernote notebook, they call it, like a folder, and you share that notebook to me. So when I log into my notebooks in Evernote, there's the one from Lou. Oh, the new lyrics? Nah, I don't know.
You can change them. Can you change them and
send
it back?
You can set it up so they can read it, or you can set it up so they can edit it. And then you have a collaborative document in real time right there.
Yeah, so what happens?
So
if you and I are sharing, I'll put my notes in, and of course it can't be in the same note at the same time, but I'll update it, and then when I sync it, you'll see all the updates that I put in there. So I can even make notes and say, look, you know what? I didn't like this line. I didn't like that.
Well, it used to take you weeks and days. You could now do in a few hours.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it kind of like Google Docs in a sense?
Better.
In that sense when you're doing collaboration, but a little bit more in the sense of it's centralized for you can put audio and all that, reminders in it. Like with Google Docs is like Word online. Well, reminders you can, again, share in collaboration. I know with Google Docs, which is great. And I use Google Docs, and I bring Google Docs into Evernote. So I'll put the shared link in there. So if I have stuff that I'm collaborating with on a Google Docs, I'll bring in there. YouTube, even for example with Google Drive, you can do like a Visio presentation where you have like all the images or flow charts. So if you guys want to do a flow chart, how the music's supposed to, the riffs are supposed to line up, you can bring that all in as well.
Yeah, it's very, very powerful and limited only by your imagination you apply to it.
I'm definitely gonna try it.
That's what, like me and True are doing this. That you guys can ask questions because I mean we have a good base knowledge of what you can do, but we also learn from everyone that we talk to how to do it in a specific way to their custom exactly. When we talked to Kristen the other day, she was talking about her 6 kids and her family experience and how she used it to organize her family and her business. So we learn from all the users that use it, how they advance use it, like they optimize it to what they do.
Oh, we lost Lou.
Oh man.
Or we lost the camera. Can you hear us, Lou? No, I think he's gone.
Probably Wi-Fi or wherever.
Okay.
Well, he was in his car eating dinner. Oh, here he comes back. He's coming back.
My battery might die too. So if I die, don't be offended if
okay.
I go.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I just was grabbing something to eat, and I was sitting in my car eating, watching all the blabs. I just jumped in.
What you need to do on your phone is leave it in a charger. So if you have an iPhone or Samsung, I find with Blab, you have to plug it. It only lasts for 25 minutes.
If I remembered my charger, that'd be a good one. I forgot my charger.
He really is a musician. He forgets stuff.
Listen, I forget my head if it wasn't tied on.
Okay. Now, Lou, what you want to do is see Kristen right next to her name. There's that little white space with like a silhouette in it. Click. Or no, on your phone, maybe you don't see it like that. But anyway, what I was getting at is you should follow the people here, like follow Brandon. Yeah. And then when they schedule their next blab that's about this new group Evernote you found out about, then you'll know. You'll be in the loop.
I just followed all you guys. So
all right.
I just followed you too.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah.
And if you guys like good music and fun stuff, and follow me on my Periscope too. It's the same name, Louis Bello. And
I got rid of Periscope.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I don't use Periscope very much. It's just, I mean, some people like it. I just don't, it's kind of like the flavor mint. I don't care for it. Other people eat it up. It doesn't.
I like conversation.
I like this better for sure. But I still,
I think Periscope would work better for me if I had a good device. I think that my phone is just not the right phone. The speakers aren't loud enough for me to hear what's going on, and etc.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to let you guys go do your thing, and I appreciate you guys talking to me, and we'll catch up soon.
Thank you so much for jumping in. Really appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
How cool is that? We had someone who didn't even know what Evernote was.
I got to tell you, I'm patting myself on the back because he thought Evernote was a new band. I'm going, oh, you hit your head right on the nail. I knew that's why he came in. When he said, I want to find out what an Evernote groupie is. Is Evernote like a new band I haven't heard of it? Yeah. And I'm going, yeah, I can see how you could do that. Easy. As soon as he said he was a musician, yeah, okay. So anyway.
There's going to be a town hall in 4 minutes, so just so you guys know.
4 minutes. Okay, so anyone who's watching this, we're leaving in 4 minutes.
We're all going to the town hall. Wait, let me go get the URL here.
Oh, thanks. I think you put it in there earlier, but
it scrolled off, so I'll get it again.
Thank you.
Now, what are you doing? Tell me again.
Blab is having this town hall. Is that what you're?
Yeah. They're going to let us know what new toys they're giving us. So, we shall find out.
Well, I'm going to get back to work then.
You'll just come in after all the talk is over.
We have bills. But anyway, Shannon and Kristen, I would really be enthused to be part of your adventure called Evernote 101 or whatever we're going to call it.
No groupies, man.
Sure. I am proud Evernote groupie.
Yeah. Well, we'll attract musicians for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's really a lesson in and of itself.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. That's so cool that you jumped in here, Brandon. Thank you.
Attract a lot of musicians. You're right, Kristen.
I was actually driving, and then I saw the notification. So as soon as I got to my office, my home office, I jumped on.
Well, that's really nice. I love how you can just like rope people in, just like, hey, Brandon, come join us.
Yeah, and people are like willing to, right?
Well, yeah. It's like, you got to join this conversation. It's so in tune with you.
That's the awesome thing. I mean, you can talk to so many people. Like, anyway, if you take Evernote, for example, and make a list of all the people that you're connecting with, next time you do another blab, you can notify them in blab, say, hey, guys, and then write out their names. Guess what? We're doing a blab on Evernote right now.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to try that out.
Them if they're on their mobile phone or whatever, they have the plugin in Blab. It broadcasts it on top of that. So if they're subscribed to you, plus you notify them, they get notified.
Nice.
So there's a little Blab / Evernote tip.
I don't know of anything that is more solid than Evernote. I've never, ever once been disappointed from anything. So just want to put that out there as an Evernote groupie. And
yes. As our lead, Evernote groupie, and you're the host. So I guess I don't know if there's anything you want to say before we kind of switch channels. I mean, I'll meet you in the other room.
Yeah, I just want to give you guys the last opportunity to say whatever you want to say, and then we'll close it up. And thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in.
Okay, I'm good. I think this was an awesome Blab, and I loved how it just switched topics like 2 or 3 times, and just people. Someone said, "Do you ever know you saw the comments?" Someone said, "Get a room" at one point. That was pretty funty. We were both, Brandon. Actually, it's recorded, so you'll be able to see. But we got so excited about Evernote or something like that. That's how it came across.
Awesome.
So, okay, then I guess, Brandon, you have anything else?
Sure. I mean, follow everyone that's here because, again, we're going to be pushing the Evernote kind of movement and just teaching people and talking about it and opening the discussion about Evernote. So make sure you follow us all because I'm sure we're going to be talking more about Evernote applications, the fun things you do with musicians and family. Just we're going to have lots of fun with it.
And feel free to, if you start an Evernote groupie, Blab, feel free to try to rope us in. You know, we did go up. And so that's great. So thanks, Kristen.
And to just conclude with some philosophy from an ex-CEO. This is a platform that's going to take you forward for the next 100 years. And we are going to do it. Evernote.
All right, guys. See ya.